fuck. So what? We actually doing a podcast now? Oh shit! And now, like all that chill conversation this morning, and we haven't got a fucking clue what to say.
I'm scared.
Right.
This is
Morning, Pat.
Morning.
How are you? This is the Busting Up podcast. We're not sure if that's what it's going to be called yet. Am I supposed to look into? I will talk to the people around because I don't know what I'm doing. So, am I supposed to look into the mic or the camera?
Look into the mic, talking to
or
the
am
camera.
I supposed to be just like pretending that camera's not there?
Candid, babes.
Right. So,
look where you want. Camera one.
Camera one. This is the Busting Up podcast. We're not entirely sure yet if that is going to be the name forever. We're thinking like the Nutbuster podcast or some sort of automotive name like Wheel Nuts or something. I made that up on the spot.
As you can see,
but this is a podcast. We're going to give you about 20 minutes to half an hour now, just to give you a sort
if we can get that far,
a taste of what's in store.
Before we get cancelled.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you set up your little beepers yet in case we say things we shouldn't? Our podcast's live. Cool.
It's only live to the camera. They can edit it.
So
and make us look professional.
So welcome to Busting Up. I'm sure all of our millions of fans are begging
Hanging
to
on
know
every word.
What is Busting Up. I strongly advise if you Google it to chuck in the word Plymouth at the end, else you might get a bit of a shock as some of our older customers have commented on. Busting Up, I guess, well, it started off as kind of mechanics and we had like a little unit, didn't we? And,
we did indeed.
Should we go back to the start, Pat, of how we met?
Yes. How we met.
Because I think you're going to become like my sort of right-hand man on this.
Lovely. Lucky me.
So Busting Up came about. We had a contract doing deliveries for a large global sales partner who we don't really want to get ourselves in the poo by mentioning any names. But we had a bit of an issue at the end. But while we were doing that, we had lots of damages to the vans, and we thought we'd decide to set up like a little workshop, didn't we? And
Indeed.
So we employed a mechanic who we paid to do very little, and then
nothing.
Yeah. And then ended up having to...
Naming no names.
No, we don't name names on here. And then we ended up deciding that we were going to start up the mechanics to fix the vans, wasn't it?
Yep.
So Pat came in as our operations manager for the logistics side for about 2 months before we lost the contract.
Not my fault.
All his fault. So that's where we're at. So Pat is our ops manager, and now we set up Busting Up to become a repair service to our own fleet. And now you kind of just become like the general manager. Extraordinaire. So do you want to introduce yourself, Pat?
You've done it for me.
Who are you? Where'd you come from? What's your name?
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
Single? Because I want to know.
I want to know.
So tell us a bit about yourself and where you're from, Pat, and your background.
So I'm Plymouth, born and bred, Jana boy.
You boy?
Worked for, I won't name any names again, for a supermarket company for my whole life. My only ever job.
I heard you were born from one of the eggs there.
Yeah, I was. Hatched in the warehouse.
Just out the back where all their employees
come from. Like a small snake. And then met this fine young gentleman and he offered me a job.
You know, we've missed a fair bit of your life, but
that's it.
Do you have any hobbies?
That's all I got. I've got nothing left. That's got to be half an hour, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, well, so Pat does nothing with his life. He worked in
golf.
the supermarket.
Play golf.
There we go. Yeah, we did that the other week.
Try and play golf.
So we
Jack's gone.
Jack creasing at the back. So we're avid supporters. I'm Karl. I own Busting Up. But you know, this is the team. We all work together. It's not a one-man band. To be fair, Pat, you've done us. I'm glad you came over to this, and we're happy to stay with us because you basically organised all of the garage side with Corey, our mechanic. So yeah, we started off. I was a Royal Marine for 8 years, and we'll try and get some of the lads in that I've served with, and try and get their stories out there so you can all understand a bit more about the Corps. But after 8 years in the Corps, I went and did close protection, worked in the security circuit, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Had some of my own contracts, worked for other companies, and it was a really fantastic period in my life. And then, due to some unfortunate circumstances, ended up having to find some extra income because of some situations in our family life, which I'm sure will get brought up later in the podcast. And I essentially had to find an extra sort of 40k a year because my wife had to disappear off to Australia. So we found a contract with the global sales partner that was sort of advertised online, jumped in on it, and it did get us out of a hole. And we've just stepped away from that, and now we run Busting Up. So I guess the goal of this podcast is to push the brand Busting Up and to just talk all cars. We're going to get people in from the local scene who've got, sort of unique cars and vehicles. We're going to talk to our mechanics about what we're doing. We're going to do like some build series and stuff like that. Do you reckon? Yeah, get some stuff like that in. And we've got Jack. What's your company called again? What? You just got like a weird name. Krause. Got Krause Media working with us here. So it's Connor and Jack over there. It's Connor, isn't it? I always forget names. Ewan.
It's like yesterday. Tell that story right now.
Yesterday, we had a guy in yesterday who came to sell us like air compressor
like big wig, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's legend, right? Lovely guy.
Corporate bloke.
Gary, which is what I was calling him all day, was nice.
45 minutes of Gary's.
At the end, he was like... I was like, cheers, Gary. Shook his hand, all confident. Like, thank you so much for your time today. You've been outstanding. If we could do anything together, bit skint, but we'll work together if we can. And he's like, yeah, it's not Gary, it's Mark. Thanks very much for your time.
Took it well, though.
He did take it well.
And then he wanted it to be called Fluff instead.
Was that what it was?
It was, wasn't it? Fluff. Fuzz. Fluff, same thing, isn't it? Fluff and Fuzz.
Yeah. So
I can't even say Fluff.
Fuzz, Fluff, Furry.
Furry.
No, man's coming in a bit. His eBay name Furry Triangle, I think is his eBay name.
Is he a furry?
I'll get my dad on this podcast, actually. That'll be a laugh. But yeah, so we're going to talk about Busting Up. And I guess the underlying thing is it's going to be automotive based.
Which is good because neither of us know anything about the automotive trade. So we're gonna go far, I think.
It's automotive podcast by two blokes that don't know anything about the automotive industry.
Carl just buys everything and doesn't want to sell it.
That Firestorm's for sale, believe it or not, but I don't want to let it go. We will.
If anybody is interested.
Yeah. 2.6?
2.6.
So we're going to talk about the automotive industry. We're going to do some builds. Hopefully Jack's going to put some 6 snippets together of all this podcast and snippets.
Jack's going to get the snip live on the pod.
And hopefully he doesn't need it. I've probably got a few knocking about.
Look at him.
Bit of a lad, isn't he? But
especially
no, he's not. He's a good lad. He's a good boy. But so we're going to talk about the automotive game, and also it's just going to be a case where in my personal time I do sort of motivational stuff with young people. We want to make this an automotive podcast. It is the underlying sort of genre. But on top of that, we're going to do. I want to push out veteran awareness and talk about the lads in the forces after my time in the Corps, and we're just going to talk about sort of what's happening in the world of the young people as well, because I'm sort of big on supporting people in getting on in life and helping to motivate people, because at the end of the day, anything's possible. And we just want to make sure people know that. So, Pat.
That was a much better introduction than mine.
Yeah. I'm Pat.
Supermarket. Golf.
I was born from an egg. And now I play golf. So we're basically going to, let's talk about what's going on here. So at the moment, this is Busting Up, right? So we're in our showroom here. This has all been a bit of a sort of quick setup this morning. I've rushed the lads because we've got quite a lot on today, which is really good because we've not really launched yet, to be honest, have we?
Fully booked in today in the workshop.
Yeah, nice. So our mechanic, Corey, he's sick. He's all over it. He's very highly qualified. Affordable prices as well. Let's get a plug in there, shall we?
Yep.
Today and now on the podcast, we are sponsored by Busting Up.
Sorry about my hair. I've got hair.
So we're on Busting Up podcast, sponsored by Busting Up.
At Busting Up, talking about Busting Up.
And so what should we talk about then, Pat? What's your favourite car?
Favourite car? Wow. We're going there already. Scraping the barrel.
Do you even know
do I know what a car is?
Do you know different types of cars?
What do you mean? Different?
Like, what? If I said to you now, what's your dream car?
What to buy? Yeah. Like, no money.
No, you've got money.
Sell it, sexual favours. I'll probably get a Mark
casting couch.
Yeah. Favourite car? I would say probably a Nissan GTR.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually our goal here. Like, so you've met Brad, haven't you? So
Yep.
Brad's like on our events team. He's a lovely lad. He's with my sister.
Carl's brother-in-law.
Yeah,
Keep it in the family.
Keep it in the family, yeah. Southwest,
Especially
that's what we do down here, isn't it?
Yeah, especially out your way.
So Brad's a car enthusiast, right? We'll get him on here, actually. We should probably get him on here more, actually, because he knows what he's talking about. So
yeah, he's probably got more of a
we might have to
stage
think about
presence.
that, lads, actually, trying to get Brad on, because he's...
Instead of me.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, you can go, actually.
How long have we done? How long have I done?
Yeah. 10 minutes.
See you later. Cheers.
Yeah.
10 out.
But
what a career.
A Nissan GTR? Seriously?
Yeah.
What, a new one or an old one?
New one.
Really?
Wait, it's like, you can drive it every day, but it's fucking rapid, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So we're like everyone here, from what I'm seeing from the car scene at the moment, because we haven't done much, and I'm personally not from the car scene, as you know. Well, neither of us are really, but everyone seems to go on about it. You've probably heard it yourself, in here that all they talk about is GTRs, and Skylines, and stuff like that. Now, I didn't even know what it was, but it's like R32s, R33s, 34s. Apparently, the big one that everyone likes is the R34 GTR. Is that right? Jack will know probably. R34 GTR. About 150k, I think it is.
So subscribe, please.
So yeah, can we start charging people, because I want one?
£10.
£10. Well, actually, we do have a subscription service, Van Life.
Sponsored by.
In case you don't know what Van Life is, that's part of our brand. For those of you that are struggling, BAN stands for Bust a Nut, so it's Bust a Nut Life. And you know, we've got a sick little crew of people. What we do is we have the road crew. And it's just a load of people who come together as one big family. We all support each other, help each other with cars and bikes, bridging the gap between the cars and the bikes. And they pay £10 a month, and we use that money to put on events. Or if we've got other events for other businesses, we get them into it. So, for example, on the 12th of August, there's Expo and Show, which is an event I'm running, and it's we've got them a VIP tent, VIP wristbands. So get a few crates of beer and that, and yeah, we make sure they're looked after. So it's a place for people to all come together and just be one big family, really, isn't it? The guys are good lads as well.
All motor enthusiasts.
They are. But it's mainly bikes at the moment, so if we can get some car people in it, hopefully you can subscribe, and then when you buy his old car from me, all right, you can then subscribe as well, all right? So it's £10 a month, okay? And then you can pay me to do the podcast.
The price is just 2 African children.
I don't think you can say that.
Oh, I've said it.
Shit.
You'll have to clip that out.
Cut that bit
You
out.
can edit that.
That's how Madonna did it, wasn't it?
I think so.
Something like that.
She pays £10.
Who's it? Britney as well, wasn't it? They all came back like they go on holiday and come back with kids and stuff. Just buy them abroad.
All the rage now is like rescue dogs, isn't it?
Yeah, mate.
Get one in from like Lebanon or something.
Yeah.
With a sweet fade.
So in the Marines, we went to Albania, right, that way, and they have a massive problem with the dogs. What they also apparently have a problem with is harvesting organs.
Oh my God.
Because one of the lads, I don't know how far in, I don't know if that was actually the case, but basically the dit was when he came back. In the Corps, it's called a dit, right? If you're in the Marines, you spin a dit and over a hot wet, which is a drink. And yeah, basically, we went out there and a few lads went out on the piss. And in Albania, like, advised not to, quite a sort of, you know,
bootnecking.
Yeah. Like,
bootnecks be bootnecks.
Bootneck, royally. And the area we were in didn't seem overly safe. So they went out on the piss. Anyway, one lad doesn't come back the next day. And he appears like later in the morning. And apparently, I don't know much about it, but he woke up. He doesn't remember anything. He just was drinking in a bar. And the next minute he woke up on a hospital bed in a room that wasn't a hospital with drips coming out his arms. And then just a guy in a white lab coat came in and was like, shit, pulled everything out of him and kicked him out the door.
He could have come back.
And that is a true tame story from the Corps.
I'm sure it is.
But we won't go into too many of those.
He could have lost a kidney.
Could have lost a kidney.
He got 2.
Joke's on them. He only had one anyway, so they couldn't have taken the second one.
Well, he would have been.
Could have had none kidneys.
He would have been brown bread.
None kidneys.
None kidneys.
So, yeah, so but anyway, back to what we were talking about. The GTR, like in this scene.
That is like the one show where they go from talking about foxes to like somebody's died.
Somebody has died, Pat, so that's not very funny.
Who's died?
I don't know yet, but somewhere.
There's also been probably some babies born.
That's always a positive.
But balances,
God giveth,
doesn't it?
and God taketh away.
Sing it. So, I love life. The Circle of Life in Lion King.
Oh yeah. Anyway, moving on. GTRs. Losing our way. So GTRs.
That's the whole point.
I'm pretty sure the R34 is the one everyone likes with the GTR. Anyone who's watching this, I know this is literally our first podcast, but if you don't agree with that, or if you want to tell us what your favourite car is, or your favourite GTR, your favourite model, let us know. Because we're actually really keen to find out what everyone loves.
Because we don't have a clue.
We don't have a clue. I've got one guy who tells me everything, but we can't go off one guy's opinion. As much as I love Brad, we need to know what everyone's after. And I know full well like when one lad came in here with a Skyline, didn't he? Where was it? One of Seb's mates. We work with a chap called Seb Heck, who's SH Detailing, one of Plymouth's top detailers, right? He's based in our unit, and he does some fantastic cars. And some of his clients, which we'd love to get on the show, they are awesome.
Rich.
But one of them's got a GTR, and I don't think it's like...
it's like the new one, isn't it? A newer one.
No, it's an older one. Yeah.
Steal it.
And...
Sorry.
And
if you're listening,
but when he comes in, everyone loves it. Right?
Yeah.
So what I'm hoping is, if we can get like an R34 eventually, I've got to make some more money. So like I say, everyone needs to subscribe to this podcast.
Buy some merch.
Buy some merch as well. Merchandise plug. Where's the merch? This is our merch. We'll get one in here because I think if we've got one in here, I think people are going to come in. Just are you being told? Is he too quiet?
It moves.
Come a little bit closer, baby.
Pull me closer. I need that.
You need to get it closer.
I'm trying.
We're having technical issues. So if we get an R34 in here, I think people will come flocking in. It kind of spins. It's like on the...
I'll just hold it. Oh no.
What if I push the sofa forward a bit? Or am I going to ruin your aesthetics?
I'll go like that, shall I?
Is it
like
not going to be
a little
bougie?
bit more? I'm on the
Is
side.
that what it is? Bougie. My wife says that all the time. Bougie.
Your
Well,
wife,
she doesn't say it. She started saying it. Like the word's being used a lot more nowadays.
she must be watching.
Say
Desperate-
again? Bougie, is it? Is it? Oh, that's how old you are.
She's catching up on like the old series of the Real Housewives of Cheshire.
Watching last year's Love Island and thinking she's
Turn
all
eight.
the time. I've never watched Love Island. I watched it once. My wife made me watch it, and it was the series with Chris and Ken. And I was like, actually,
You look a bit like Chris. He's got an air of a
very
Chris
lucky,
Hughes.
isn't
He is.
I think I watched that one, and I was like, oh, it's just, it's quite funny actually. Watched it again, and I think that was the pinnacle of Love Island.
Yeah, it peaked in like 2008
Yeah, 100%.
or whatever it is.
And then now it's just not right. It's just
No.
not on.
It's never right.
It's never right.
So
So you want a GTR?
Well, you selling one?
No.
Not yet.
Well, I'll find one if you're going to buy it.
We're going to Peugeot.
I've got a Peugeot 308 GT Line.
210 brake.
This is a bit where you ask me what car.
What car, Carl, what would be your dream car? Sir?
My dream car would be, I've always said it would be a Lamborghini Huracan.
Nice.
And it was only because working in London, it was one of the first supercars I saw parked up close. I've driven on a track day, Gallardo. Is that how you say it, Gallardo?
Gallardo, isn't it?
Gallardo? Sorry? Me?
You want him to be louder?
Me?
I've just got like...
Is that right?
I've got like on the half turn here so I can...
Yeah, I've done the same.
Give it beanage.
Hello, chicken nugget. Hello, licking my nose. So, anyway.
To be fair, that's some achievement. We've gone 15 minutes and before you've made that noise. there
they
it
all
is.
wanted it. All the fans are asking for it. The comedy horn.
Comedy whore?
Yeah, it's like a...
Oh, horn.
What you do is you go around town and go like this. Look what I've got. So
He saved that one just for this. I've never heard that one before.
Have you not?
Not that one.
I've cracked it.
You
Cracked
have.
it a few times.
You nailed it.
So
Dream car, Carlos. Come on.
for me, Lamborghini Huracan. And I say that because I like it.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
What colour?
Well, this is it. So I like bright colours. I quite like
Like
orange.
a lime. Oh, orange.
Lime green or orange, right? So I drove a Gallardo, however you say it. Please, someone update me. But I drove a Gallardo around a track, and it was good, but it was a bit shite as well. Because, sweet. Did you have to... That's sick. That looks like a comic.
It's like on Snapchat.
That's actually cool as fuck.
Like when you not seen it on.
No.
You don't really do like memes, do you?
No, I don't
Too
do
old for
Snapchats.
it. But they do like, you'd hold it up people hold it up at like a rave.
What, like that?
Saying anyone got bags.
Did they actually?
Yeah, like put it on your head.
Seriously? Is that what happens nowadays? Oh, these ruffians. They're disgusting. I
Don't
wouldn't
get
dare
that.
be involved in it.
Don't get that.
Yeah, Gallardo. And I think
Bright orange.
it was shit, mate, because every time you revved like over 2,000, they told you to slow down. So you go a track day, but you don't get to drive it like you want to drive it. Bloody
insurances.
I drive my L200 faster than that. So
you drive anything faster than that.
I think Gallardo, but actually, weirdly enough, getting into the car scene, the car world, you find yourself getting drawn to the older stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because people are so passionate about the actual makeup of the engine and the motor and what the car does, you become, I was always about sexy cars, you know, like I've got a Discovery, like a new shape Discovery, and I love it. I love the technology. But actually, we've just bought an MR2 for the business.
Dream car.
And that is something that I say my dream car, but ever since I started busting that, I've always said I want an MR2 because it's small, compact, it's affordable. You can do stuff to it, and it's good fun, right? So,
and the paint job on this one,
it's naughty,
sweet.
And we are getting it wrapped as well. Actually, little shout out. We're trying to get in touch with Wrap Hub in Exeter. Brad knows him, and their logo looks a bit like the Pornhub logo. So I feel like that's a good fit with busting up.
That's the first step. Then we'll be with Yanni Mize.
Only ban. Yanni.
Rap
Yanni. Is that, oh, yeah, man.
He'll do your Huracan for you.
I haven't got a Huracan yet.
Yeah, but in your dreams.
So I find myself getting more attracted to the older stuff, right? So like now.
That's because you're getting older, man.
Yeah, I know.
Can't look at young birds no more.
So I've got in my head, I was like, right, a Huracan would be fantastic. But actually, I look at that MR2 and I'd be just as happy in that as I would be in a Huracan.
You could get the old Lamborghini Countach.
What's that?
You've not seen a Countach?
No.
That's like the one. It's like the one with all the crazy body kit.
I've never seen it. Show me it in a bit.
I will.
Well, can you like make pop-ups in the podcast? Like when we put this up, can you do like...
this is a Lamborghini Countach.
Yeah. You know like PewDiePie when he's like that, like shit just pops up everywhere.
PewDiePie.
Do you remember him? Is he still big? Shout out to PewDiePie. Used to watch him,
He's got to be like, surely he's been done now. Check the hard drive, is what I'm saying.
You can't say that.
He's got that look, hasn't he? He's got
that.
He's got an air of the Hugh Edwards.
Jack. Hugh! His mum works for the BBC.
Is your mum Natalie Corner? from Spotlight? No?
I'm telling you who my mum is.
I'll find it.
You and Fancy's his mum, actually. So, there you go, mum. Jack's mum. There's a date for you.
Not
in fact, your mum's with Bootneck. Isn't she? Yeah, he's a Bootneck. Legend. So, don't mess with his mum, because Bootneck's a hoofing. Big shout out to Jack's mum's fella, who's a Bootneck.
Well done, mate.
So for me, it's that. But to be fair, I'm more of a bike guy.
Which dream bike?
Dream bike. Do you know what? I don't know. I don't have a dream bike. I just want everything.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm after at the moment. I'd love a Harley Davidson street glide. A few lads that I ride with.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. And I'll tell you why, because you can go hours on that thing and it's comfy.
We're still talking about Jack's mum, or?
Jack's mum, I'm so... Jack, take him outside after this. Have a word, all right?
What is his... Sorry. It was too easy.
He is that... I don't know what to say. I'm flabbergasted. I can't believe he's dissing the media team there.
I know, he's doing
it's not a diss, really, but, you know.
It's a compliment.
I hope Mummy sees that as a compliment, young man.
Daddy.
Oh, God. Fuck, he's terrible.
Sorry, I get nervous.
I'm worried, right? I'm here thinking, I'm going to be the one that's non-PC and all horrendous and just... Because you spend 8 years around Royal Marines, right? And I'm not being funny. We are probably some of the most understanding and like least discriminating people in the world. We've got some of the biggest retrobates in the Corps. We've got people from all races, all everything, and we love everyone, and you're a big family. So you rip into each other, right? So there's things that you say in the Marines that you would never fucking get away with in the real world. So I'm sitting there thinking, I am in the shit.
When I get nervous, I get naughty.
And you're here talking about bloody adopting children from abroad.
I know.
And Jack's mum.
I know. Sorry.
So
sorry, boss.
We'll be having a chat in a minute about your pay. All right.
P60 on the way.
Yeah.
One podcast and out.
This is like the test, isn't it?
Yeah.
See how you do under pressure.
How's your stones? Oh, it's good as Nick's.
He's got big plums, isn't he?
Big plums.
Nick's got big plums. He fucking makes me laugh. I always say to him, I'm like, fucking hell, you bought your lunch with you today. Goodbye.
He's in the Plum Club.
He's in the Plum Club. The Plum Club. So funny story about the Plum Club. And I can't actually really go into it too much. But big shout out to Sam Buddle and MB, who are in the Plum Club.
Well done, lads.
That's an achievement, right? I'll explain the Plum Club to you after. JR, I don't know if you made it into the Plum Club. Touch base, let me know. Haven't heard from you in a while. But the Plum Club's a bit of a big deal. I first joined the Plum Club from below, and it was frightening. That's
probably the best way to go.
It was unsuspected.
Like
I walked straight into it. Straight into the Plum Club. Like that.
Arabian goggles.
Fucking hell.
I was going to say something.
This is about cars, not plums.
And bikes.
And bikes.
You didn't answer the question.
What?
Harley.
Harley Street Glide is what I'm after at the moment.
Harley D.
So something comfy.
For me.
Yeah, something comfy. That would be ideal for me. I'll tell you what I would love to have again, but they're just mega expensive, is the GSXR 750 K5, and I think it was a 20-year anniversary edition. But they're just going for stupid money now. And was
it like did it have all the racing?
No, it was just it was the blue
and white.
Yeah,
classic.
but it was a nice colour. And but the problem is, I bought it on finance, and then a month later, I nearly took my head off of it because I went around a corner, and I don't know. Do you ever see like where the council, these big gravel, like
GTA ramps, where if you would smash a flip on it.
And basically one of those had pulled out into the roads. So I come around the corner, and I was an inexperienced rider. Okay, so I'm not going to try and act like it was everyone else's fault.
On a super bike.
It was a big bike for someone it was my first proper bike. And I'd just overtaken loads of people as well, who I think were upset with me.
Legend.
And I came round the top this top bend on the brow of a hill, so I couldn't really see, going far too fast. And I hit some gravel, right, and my back wheel came out. Now.
Not all that came out, was it? To change your pants?
Well, yeah. No, actually.
I didn't trip myself.
I didn't poo myself. Promise. Legit.
One brave boy.
I come around the corner. I skidded. Keep your noise down. I skidded.
Get your head down, son. Fucking hell.
And instead of, like, two things I think now I would have done differently. I would have either let the bike try and grip, because after doing track days, I know, or a track day, I'm not like some fucking
Valentino Rossi
legend. No, unlike our fucking brand ambassador Casey, who is literally
plug.
Yeah, Casey O'Gorman, hero,
Red Bull rookie rider. Check him out on socials.
In fact, we'll talk about him in a minute because
we'll get him on.
Yeah, we'll talk about
via video link because he lives in.
He's coming down. He's going to come down. See
is he?
Yeah.
I didn't even realise he was Irish.
No, he lives in London.
Oh, does he?
But he's got he is Irish origins, but they live in London. So.
And he can ride.
Yeah,
he can ride the boy.
Loves potatoes.
Potato.
No, Casey's next level. We will discuss that in a minute. We'll talk about our ambassadors. But yeah, basically, come around the corner. I should have slid, let the bike grip, or if I'd have slid, I'd have done less damage because the bike would have just got grazed. Instead, I tried to sit up and I high-sided and flew off it. But I had my one piece on, my leathers. Yeah. And big shout, if you're riding your bike fast, I don't always wear leathers. But if you're riding your bike fast, honestly, that stopped me snapping in half. I hit this lamppost that I would have, if I'd have been like that far to the right, my head would have just hit it. I went flying through the air. It was probably like a 2-second thing, but it felt like 2 minutes. And I remember flying through the air, looking at this lamppost going, fucking hell, this is going to be expensive.
This is going to hurt.
I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to die or I might get really hurt. I was like, I've got that bike on finance. All this thought went through my head while I was flying through the air. But my one piece saved me, I reckon, because I hit the lamppost on the side and bent round it, but only so far because my one-piece lever stopped me from going right round.
So you like recoiled?
Yeah, boing, bounced back, ended up on a windscreen.
Nice.
And then I slid down the lamppost, lay on the floor looking up, and all the people I'd just overtaken like an idiot were just looking at me like, you can just imagine.
That's what you get for riding sillily. Is that a word?
Silly. No. Look like Ricky Gervais. But they they drove they drove past and they were all just looking at me like.
The whole point of you doing that is so we don't notice. And every time I've gone like that, like, cheers, mate.
So I slid down.
I'm a Red Bull rookie.
But yeah, so look, it's been a bit
shit.
Yeah, discombobulated.
I think maybe next time we'll prepare a script.
You don't do script on a podcast, do you?
No, but like an agenda. Like you wouldn't go into a meeting without an agenda, would you? Because then we
Why did you let me do this? So
I thought you might.
No, I can't sack him.
You can't sack someone who's not getting paid. I think maybe like we'll use this as a learning exercise.
I think we next time. I reckon this goes up, don't you, Jack?
He doesn't.
Jack's like that. Yes, yeah, mate. Yeah.
Maybe not under. Maybe
why
not
are you doing
under,
that?
Not under the Cruise media name.
No, yeah.
Is it Cruise?
Kraus.
Sorry,
Peter Kraus.
That's do you know what? On the way in, I was listening to that pod for a bit of inspiration.
Who?
Peter Crouch.
Has he got a podcast?
Yeah, he's got.
I don't listen to podcasts. I'm doing this because I've been told to.
Thanks for listening. We'll start how we
guys.
No, we'll finish how we started in a shambles.
So
I've started, so I'll finish. That's not sexual. That's from University Challenge or Mastermind, not
Mastermind. Yeah,
not intercourse.
Yeah, you'd be on Mastermind, especially subject to bleeding obvious. You know, you whispering, you still get. You can't whisper on a podcast.
Trying to tell you, but
yeah,
but he obviously heard it, didn't he? Sound tech, Ewan.
He's trying to be quiet, and Ewan's got everything like that. Did you hear that?
No, but
not Jack.
Sorry for wasting your time
out of this. All right. So anyway, we'll finish off, shall we, lads? I think half an hour's enough.
More than.
Basically, look, Boston Up, we're mechanics and motors. So in the Plymouth area, we offer affordable mechanics services for bikes and cars.
Including recovery.
And recovery. We'll pick your car up for you and bring it into the workshop.
Or bike.
And it's generally an affordable price. It's like 25 to 50 quid in the local area. And we'll do the work. We also offer 4 interest-free payments on all your stuff. So if you're looking to get your car or your bike sorted out, if it's a big job, you know, we're a great option because I think anything under £1,000, I think they said they don't really do it. They only do a soft credit search or something. So it doesn't impact your credit rating. And then we've got a showroom on the other side where you can come and see us and say hello. And we've got a just a little bar area where we've got monsters on for sale at can price and coffee machines going in and stuff. So Bust Nuts here, but the main thing is Bust Nut is a brand, right? We want to sort of hit the extreme sports market and adrenaline sports market, I'd say. We've got some brand ambassadors on the books at the moment who are phenomenal. We have Ryan Barrett, who's a bare knuckle boxer. So a big shout out actually. And if you could get this, if you can clip this, Jack, so we can push this for Ryan. Next weekend on the 29th, Ryan's fighting with BKB. He's a bare knuckle boxer. He's a former Royal Marine. We sponsor him. I don't think you'd stand up very well against him with those moves, Jack. But yeah, fair enough.
He is double hard.
Double hard. Ryan Barrett. Remember the name. He's doing great things at the moment. I think he's been doing some filming for some stuff that's coming out as well. We're very proud to work with this chap. And he's very appreciative of what we offer. We don't do masses for him. We're not exactly millionaires here, but we're supporting him the best we can.
You give him the opportunity to train full time.
He trains full time. He's living. I think it's Connolly's gym or something. We'll tag people that he wants us to tag because some other people helping him as well. But Ryan Barrett next week, Saturday, O2 Indigo Arena in London. He's fighting on the 29th for BKB. We work with, we've got our own motorcycle stunt team. So we've got 1.3G stunts and KD stunts in Plymouth.
Yep.
Who are working with us. And we send them around to do wheelies. Really cool.
Really good.
Yeah, they're really good. So if you can search 1.3G stunts on Instagram and KD stunts,
we'll
give them a follow.
In the link below.
Well, yeah, links and stuff. And then, and then we've got, so those guys are really smashing it. And we're hopefully putting some displays, tightening up some displays for events next year. And then big shout out to one of our lead ambassadors, which is Casey O'Gorman. This lad is next level. He's a young lad. He's currently racing in the Red Bull Rookies MotoGP Cup. I think he's sixth at the moment.
Yeah, he's had a couple of podium finishes.
He's had a couple of podium. I think his last race actually, he had a podium finish.
Yeah, he's had a couple of thirds this season.
This lad's next level, right? And I've got all my road crew at the moment are absolutely obsessed with him. Okay, and everyone's watching his races. The lad he's starting at the back of the pack and he's getting his way up to a podium finish. He's doing incredible things and his riding style's phenomenal. He rides officially for the Red Bull MotoGP, so he's got a Red Bull bike and everything. And he's legit.
Yeah.
And so we sponsor Casey. We're extremely proud to be part of that. We can't wait to go and meet him. Hopefully, see him in one of his, one of his British Championship days. Because I know it's hard for us to see him at the Red Bull ones. But yeah, next level. Look out for Casey O'Gorman.
Definitely
give him a follow. It's COG Racing online. And we're super proud of it. And again, if there's anyone out there who's doing something awesome, give us a shout. Even if we can just help give you some free merch and some t-shirts and stuff, and help you
do some influencing.
Yeah, nice. And then you can help push our brand, and we'll give you some free stuff in return. Hit us up because we want to hit that extreme market. We want to be the ones that are competing with the big boys. So yeah, we're at 19 Stonehouse Street in Plymouth. If you search Busting Up Plymouth or Busting Up Limited, you'll find us. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and we're also going on to YouTube. So please subscribe. Thank you.
Thanks.